Hey everyone, this is the Night Phoenix, and you're watching part 62 of my Wizard 101 playthrough. Alright, so for this part I'll continue with the side quests in the Palace of Fire, starting with Private Farnsworth. So I'll go ahead and talk to him now.
Say there, I've been waiting for some reinforcements to show up, but they are way overdue. I surmise that these flame guardians are keeping the troops away. Would you be good enough to give a few of these overgrown campfires the toss? I think with a few less of their numbers, my boys can get through.
Okay, so now I need to go and defeat 5 Flame Guardians. They can just be found right in front of Farnsworth. Doesn't really take a whole lot of time to travel to them. So I'll get right into the battle. So, these are the Flame Guardians. You've battled them before. At least should have, if you did the library side quest. Balanced creatures. What else can I say? They do use Balance Blade quite a few times to strengthen up their spells. The main balance spell they use is Scorpion, though occasionally they will use Locust Swarm. Other than that, they're not really all that powerful. It should be very easy to take them out. So, to start off, I'll get rid of a few cards I don't need, and I'll end up using Evil Snowman on the first one, and this won't kill it. But it'll do enough damage where I can finish off with a Clash. Okay. So now he's going to use... Oh wait, I guess it did kill him. Okay, so, forget what I said. That just leaves the last Flame Guardian. Get rid of my Fire Spell, don't really need it. Snow Servant also don't really need. I'll end up using Volcanic Shield, because occasionally they do use Fire Spells, mainly Fire Elf. So in a way, it's just a waste of a shield if they do that. So I'm going to go ahead and shield myself again just in case they use a Balance spell, which he does. He uses Locust Swarm. And surprisingly enough, they haven't used Balance Blade at all. Most of the time they will use Balance Blade in the first rounds of fighting, but for some reason it didn't here. So I'm going to try and use Sunbird, and I use it. I'm glad it didn't fizzle, and I'll do a massive amount of damage to him, but it doesn't kill him. Leaves him with 1 health, which really annoys me. And finally, he brings out Balance Blade. Now, I can kill him now, so that was pretty much a waste. So, clash this guy, and he's dead. Not too tough of a battle. So that just leaves 3 more to defeat. I need to go heal a little bit more, though I didn't lose a whole lot of health. I just like being at full health when I fight, just in case I fizzle a lot of times and end up dying. So, here's the next fight. Okay, so 4 down, 1 to go. Heal up a little bit more, and I can get right into the next fight. Again, not too difficult. Heal up a little more, and then I'll go and talk to Farnsworth. After that, I'll go to Private Primwell.
By Jove, you've done it! It looks as if you punched a hole in their defenses. Now the other lads will be able to get here when the fighting starts. I wish we had a whole brigade of spell slingers like you. We'd have won this battle with the Tots long ago. Cheers.
Alright, so I'm probably wrong with the name of the person I'm going to go talk to, or the dog. I still haven't completely memorized who is located in each area. I know Archibald is located in the left side of the Palace of Fire, and I know Farnsworth is located on the right. So here's the next guy.
Say, I saw you in action out there, and you look like you could put those Nini warriors in their place. I've barely made a dent on their defenses, and it's likely because they have some magic scrolls on their side. I have heard that they carry the scrolls of the Nini on them for protection. If you were to take some of these away from them, we'd have the advantage over those overgrown lizards. Care to take some out?
Okay, so now I need to go and defeat, well, some Nini warriors and collect 4 scrolls. They can be found just a little further past the Flame Guardians, down this little hallway that leads to the Desert Golems. It takes me a while to find one. I could have asked the person if they wanted help, but I didn't really feel like it. So there was one walking into the place, and finally I see 2 of them close by Livingston. So, these are the Nini warriors. Fire creatures. Not very strong, really. I mean, they have 395 health, but that's... They know very few spells other than fire. And they will use Snow Shield, so if you're an Ice Wizard, that could be pretty annoying. I'll end up using Evil Snowman on the Nini warrior, but I fizzle. So, I'm a little mad there. He'll use Fire Snake. Again, all they use is fire spells other than the Ice Shield, or Snow Shield. So, for some unknown reason, I don't know why, I used Sunbird. I should have used Locust Swarm, but for some reason I was not thinking and decided to go with Sunbird. I'm not completely sure if Locust Swarm would have done more damage. It's possible that it wouldn't have. But, I don't know, I should have just went with Locust Swarm anyway. Alright, so now they both have Snow Shields. The only possible way of me getting past them would be to use Ice Beetle, but I currently don't have any in my hand right now. So I'll kill the first one with a Clash. Sunbird did enough damage so that I could kill it off with one Clash. But that just leaves one more. What else? So I'll use couldn't make up my mind what to use. It doesn't really matter for this guy. I had Volcanic Shield. Sure, it does 80. No, not 80. That's the Fire Shield. I forget how much shielding it gives. I can't really read it. But I decided not to use it because there's always a possibility he would pass, and that would just be a waste of a shield. So I'll use Fire Elf. Sure, he's resistant, but I just want the overtime damage done to him. And he'll pass. So that's good. So I'm thinking maybe he'll use Sunbird here. I'm not sure. It's possible he just uses Fire Elf, which I think he does. I attempt to use Locust Swarm, I fail. And he'll use Fire Elf. So, another overtime thing on me. I'm a bit annoyed with those things right now. Don't really have any good cards here. Any good spells. I could use Clash, and I do. Just do a little bit more damage to him for when I find a better spell I can use. So he's hurt a little more with the Fire Elf. And he'll use Fire Snake. So I'm getting about halfway with my health. I don't normally scare easy. If I'm down to like my last 200, then I worry. I've had some close calls with battles, and those can be scary. I'll just say that. Another physical attack by him, not too powerful. And I get Ice Beetle. So, finally I get rid of the Snow Shield. It'll take 2 more rounds to kill this guy. I have plenty of pips. So I'll use an Ice Beetle first, get rid of the shield, and then I'll end up using, I think, Snowman. And yeah, I use Snowman. I'm sure I could have killed him off with the elf. It would just taken a little bit more time. So, this fight is finally over. Okay. So I managed to collect 2 scrolls off the guy. Next fight, I'll battle 2 more, but I'll only find 1 scroll, which I really don't like. Sure, 1's good enough, but I'd rather find all 2, making this part even shorter. But that wasn't the case here. So, after healing up a little bit more, for some reason I couldn't collect that wisp, I'll get right into the next fight, and here it is. Alright, like I said, I only collect 1 scroll. I managed to end up with a little more health than I did in the last battle, but I still want to heal up a little bit. Next fight, I'll battle these guys, but I don't find it. I do get a powerful stiletto, but I will never equip it. So, I managed to finish with a little more health, and here's the final battle where I actually find the scroll. That was an incredibly short battle. So after collecting the scroll, I now have to go talk to Private Livingston again, and he'll give me the very next quest. So just head back to that little area and talk to him.
You took the scrolls of Nini away from those warriors? Gadzooks! You've just turned the tide of the battle in our favor. I'd rather not hang on to these scrolls of Nini. If I were to get attacked, they would just fall into the hands of the enemy again. Would you be good and take these up to Zane in the library?
Alright, so to finish off his quest, I need to go and talk to Zane in the library. So I'll leave a port mark here so I can teleport back to the Palace of Fire when I'm done. And I'll teleport back to the Oasis. So, talking to Zane is the very last thing for this part. So I'll see you in part 63.
You brought me these scrolls because one of the Marleybonians thought they may be dangerous if they were left down there?
Zane takes a look at the scrolls you hand to him.
The scrolls of Nini. I see why they would not want these to remain in the pyramid. I will hold on to these for you and make sure they remain safe.